Hi, let's talk about how to use Axios package in React.js to get the data from the backend. So far, we have used standard JavaScript API, fetch API available to get the data from the backend. However, we have another package that is available as Axios, which is used to get the data from the backend, which gels more well with React.js. With this, we are free to use React, we are free to use Fetch API or Axios API. You can choose between them. So here is our post list using the Fetch API. What we do, we are going to create a new component called post list Axios by using the Axios API. So Axios is pretty much same as the fetch, but it's a third party package. It's a like fetch is a built-in feature available to the JavaScript, whereas Axios is an add-on feature via Node.js. Okay, let's discuss about how to do the Axios. So Axios is a popular JavaScript library for making HTTP requests either in web browsers in the Node.js environments, and it provides a simple and consistent API for handling this asynchronous request. We have already seen how the request for posts happens, and we'll be reading the same example with the Axios. So Axios provides a promise-based API and internally handles some of the code base for us. Instead of we trying to have two double thens, it will internally try to pass the JSON for us, and yeah, we should be able to still use the async and await syntax pattern for to get the data from the backend. Okay, if you want to use the Axios, first we need to go and install the Axios package. So we need to install the Axios, that is using npm install Axios package. Let's go and try to go to our Visual Studio Code and install the, and try to stop our application. Npm install Axios. As I said, fetch is a built-in API available in the JavaScript, so we don't need any package installation. Whereas Axios is a third-party package, a npm package. We need to install those packages over there. So once we have installed those packages, so what we do is we are going to create a new component called as fetch post list with Axios. Let's go and try to create a new file called as post list axios.js. This is pretty much same as how we are trying to get the data from a traditional fetch API, but here in this case we are going to use the Axios API. Yeah, let's start. So what we are going to do now is we are going to create a post list component. First we will try to import the use state. Yeah, we even intern we need the use effect, so, and at the same time we need the use state also. So we need the use effect comma use state. So yeah, so we are not using them yet, and at the same time we need to import Axios also. Yeah, so now let's go and try to define the function for Axios list. And first let's start with this. So as I want to maintain the post, so let me go and try to maintain the post with it's an array to display the number of posts. At the same time I want to have the handle the error state, and at the same time I want even handling whether the loading, whether it is loading or not. So we have already seen our previous example, we have tried simulating 3G, fast 3G, slow 3G, 4G, 5G and all those stuff. Okay, now let's define a use effect to get the data from the backend. So what exactly we are going to do here was using our use effect with async event pattern. Previously we have used the standard fetch API. Now we are going to use the Axios. So Axios has get, post, put, delete methods which are HTTP verbs. If you are aware about the HTTP verbs, like we have a get, post, put, delete and all those stuff, and we are trying to say, yeah, Axios dot get and HTTP placeholder dot compose, and once the successful data has been received, we are going and updating the set post with the response to the data, and we are making it as a false message. And in case if there is an error, in case if there is an error, we are trying to update the error message, and we are saying set loading is as false, and we are trying to invoke the fetch data method. So it's a fetch data method always should have the async keyword to indicate that we are using a async pattern. So again, what we need to, if it is loading, we need to show a loading message. Then if there is an error, then we should show it as an error. If there is no error, there is logment, then only we want to go and display our data. That is nothing but list of posts using the map method. So now let's go and try to, yeah, let's go and try to use the npm start method to display our data. It takes a time to compile and run our applications. Yeah, overall, so we are trying to run our applications here. Second, yes, here we are. So we are able to display the data using the Axios. So let's go and inspect to ensure that it is using the Axios API. So we can say post list Axios, post list. Okay, so what is our, let's go back to our, yep. So and then go to app.js. Okay, so it is still trying to load the data from our post list, but we intend to use the post list Axios. So go and comment it. So it is trying to load from the post list. So go and use post list Axios. Yeah, it is not available. So maybe the reason was we are not exporting. Okay, let's go and try to export it first. So what we need to do is we need to first export this and then go to our app.js, go and import the postlist.axios, postlist.axios, perfectly fine. Yep. Then once we have imported the postlist.axios, then go and try to render that. So previously it was using the fetch API. Just go and render the postlist.axios. Yep, it's trying to load our Axios method. So now this time we have the postlist.axios method. We can go and try to debug to display the data from the Axios. So we got the response. So once we got the response, we have the data. When you say response list data, it is populating the data wise using the Axios. So before fetch API has been introduced in the standard JavaScript, so Axios was the most preferred method for getting the data from the backend and try to populate your UI in the React.js. Let me summarize. We tried redoing the same example of post list instead of using fetch API being Axios. So what we did we went and installed the Axios package, and then we have refactored our APIs to use axios.get, axios.post, and this will eliminate the couple of then statements internally parsing the JSON and handling the exception messages for us.